Hey, good morning, everybody. It is Monday morning. We're resuming Monday mornings with Mike here. It is the Monday after spring break, and so I am a few minutes late, and that is because I couldn't find our tripod. I should have been more prepared. I'm just not. Karen is. And Karen, when she does her live events this week, I know is going to be more prepared than I am. And unfortunately, I'm learning. So this morning, we're going to talk just a little bit about marriage. Drinking coffee because I need it. It seemed that the morning got here a little quicker than normal, especially when we're getting back into the swing of things with school and all kinds of stuff. So we had a very interesting spring break. We went off on a little bit of a vacation, really kind of a little bit of a road trip. And it didn't go exactly as planned. Let's just say it that way. We had a car that broke down. We didn't do all the things that we wanted to do. And basically, it was an adventure. But I think there are a lot of vacations that end that way. You have the best intentions, you do all the planning that you need to do, and then in the end, it turns out that it just doesn't work out the way that you expected it. But then when you look back at that time, that vacation, that adventure that you had, and you look back at it and laugh, you're more fond of it, you appreciate the adventure in it. And so I think definitely we're going to look back and say that was kind of neat. God did some amazing things during that time, and that certainly is how our spring break has gone. Now, obviously on Instagram here, you don't see the title of today's little talk here and my encouragement for Monday morning, but it is sometimes marriage sucks. And that is a true statement, but that doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. I'm not saying marriage is bad at all. I'm just saying sometimes it's not fun. Sometimes, and maybe more often than not, it is hard, painful at times. I often think of the verse where it talks about just like iron sharpens iron, one man sharpens another. That's really what marriage is about. It's about sharpening one another. And this last week was a time of sharpening for me. It was, and that hurts. And that's why I say marriage sucks sometimes, because that was hurtful to me. We had some incidents that came up on the trip, and I needed to take full responsibility for them. And not major things, not horrible things, just things that that I need to look inward at. And I wouldn't have seen those things except for the fact that I had a wife that saw them before me, and that was able to pick those out and say, hey, you know what? These are some things that we need to work on. These are some things that you need to work on. Holding me accountable. And sometimes that sucks, because we are individuals that don't like being told the flaws that we have. Some of the things that are where we fall short. And I think I'm positive that God intended marriage for that purpose, to make us more like Him through the spouse that He gives us. And I over the 15 years of marriage, Karen and I are coming up on 15, which is crazy to me. That seems it seems like not that long ago we were walking down the aisle. And in another way, it feels like it's been a long time. But I know that He has put Karen in my life so that I would become a better man, a better husband, and a better father. And he's done the exact same thing with Karen, that I have been placed in her life to speak into the areas of her life where maybe she falls short. And I know there are sometimes, I know the first thing that came to my mind as we're driving on our vacation was, especially when Karen was bringing these things up and we were in kind of the heat of discussing some of the things that didn't go right on our vacation. My first thing that I want to do is I want to lash back out. I really want to say, yes, but you, yes, but you, yes, but you do this. I want to encourage you, and I did that. And I also went inward. And that's just kind of my go-to. That's that flight or flight mechanism in our brain that says when someone's attacking you or when someone is speaking some truth into your life, you go into that fight or flight mode. I want to encourage you to not do that and to open your ears up and just listen, because I think that's what I need to learn and I need to do better. And I think that's one of the things that I learned about this this interaction that I had with Karen was I need to sit back, listen, take that in, and respond in an appropriate manner. And I certainly, over the last 15 years, I've learned to respond in a much more appropriate manner than I have in the first couple of years or the first 10 years of our marriage. But I still don't do it perfectly, so I need to do it better. And so I certainly learned that. And so when you're in those times where you feel as though your spouse or significant other is bringing something to your attention that maybe you don't see, that's my encouragement to you. Take it in, process it, and discuss it. And try not to lash out and say, but you do this, but you do that, because then you start to go down a path of finger pointing. When during this incident, it wasn't a finger pointing, it was, hey, these are the things that we need to work on. These are the things that you need to do better. And these are the things this is how it makes me feel when you do these things. And that's what a good wife does, and that's what a good husband does. And it sucks because it hurts and it doesn't feel good. But in the end, I guarantee that your marriage will be stronger and not weaker. You will become a person of more character and better character when you take it in and you implement the things that person is talking about. And the marriage or the relationship will flourish. So I guess that's my thoughts for today. I know it's kind of a short one, but over the last week, obviously we've been gone and vacationing. It's a really good time for that reflection. And those things tend to come out during extended periods of time where you're not in your own routine. Obviously that vacation or being on a road trip, Christmas break, things like that tend to bring those things out. And that's a good thing. So it's good that marriages suck from time to time, because it's going to make you a better person. It's going to make you a person that can learn from your mistakes. And that's what I'm really trying to do. I'm really trying to be a better dad. I'm trying to be a better husband. And I'm trying to be just a better father. And so I hope this was encouraging to you. Have a great week. If you have spring break this week or you had it last week, I hope you had a great one, or I hope you have a good one coming up. So have a great day. See you guys.